Well, that's not the best way to start off a Saturday morning, is it? I just wanted a bowl of cornflakes. Bloody hell. Anyway, welcome to Planet Crafter, you beautiful people, you. And, thought we'd give this game a crack. I've been playing it for a little bit. It's absolutely, just one of those games where you'll just play it for 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden the sun's coming up when you've got to go to work in 5 minutes. So, very, very moreish. They have released the Humble Bundle, which I do have as well. And we've also got the Moons that have just been released as a free DLC as well. So I think we're going to hit this game running. It's very, very easy to get started. All you need is crafting up a few of these bits and pieces. And what do we got? We got some water on us. We can throw that back in and just go and get a bunch of minerals. If you've never seen this game before, where the hell have you been? It's been out for a while, and yeah, basically you go around, gather resources, and build stuff. Kind of like some other games, but yeah, it's very fun. We've got to terraform this entire planet from this barren wasteland into a beautiful, livable planet. And okay, what resources have we got now to build up a few of the things we need? Cool, tier 1 backpack will come in very handy. And we just need some cobalt and some magnesium to get our oxygen tank up. So there is the cobalt. And a bit of magnesium hiding over here. There we go, that gets us that. Now we also need to get ourselves some power, so we can do things like wind turbines, which are nice and easy to get done. But I was going to craft something and we don't have the chip to do that, but let's get the oxygen tank. There we go. Now if we equip the backpack, you'll see we go from this size, boom, get an extra row. Our oxygen tank, we've got 100, boom, pop that in, we've now got 145, so we can stay out a little bit longer. And to get our construction chip, we need 2 more magnesium and another silicon, and then another magnesium, so 3 magnesium and a silicon to get what we need. There's one. There's our silicon, and there's a magnesium, one more magnesium, and we are good to go. And somebody's chest, we'll raid that very shortly. We just want to find that last bit of magnesium. Where are you hiding, you? Ah, there we go, over there. We should have enough to get there and back. There we go, that's what we needed. So let's hightail it back to the little pod, and then we can start getting these little quests up in the top left-hand corner marked off. Alrighty, so there's our construction chip. Oh, we needed one more silicon, my bad. And there is our destruction chip. Alrighty, there we go, and there we go. Now, we just need to be able to craft a few things. So press Q on the keyboard brings up your crafting menu. So we need 2 iron and some titanium for that. And then an iron, a titanium, and a silicon for the door. So let's go get ourselves a little bit more of this gear. There's a bit of silicon. There's some titanium hiding over there. And there should be some iron hiding out. There's one piece, and this one will do. Now, of course, this what we're building here is not going to be the final location. We're not going to stay in this spot for very long, but we do need somewhere to call ourselves a base, and right here will be fine for a little while. There we go. And it does have oxygen inside, so we are all good on that front for a little bit. Now we need to craft ourselves a tier 1 drill and some wind turbines. So it's literally just titanium and iron. So let's snap up all these goodies in this little radius here, and we'll get to crafting ourselves some things that are going to help us terraform this planet. And some iron. Alrighty, so let's grab ourselves a couple of wind turbines. You don't want to go up there? Okay. Why not? Why not? Let's get 2 of those, and then we just need a little bit more iron to get a drill. Let's see how many drills. We might be able to get a couple of drills down. The more, the merrier. 1 drill, 2 drill, 3 drills. There we go. Now, as you can see with these drills down, we're getting a terraformation index up in the top right. So, we better get back into our pod before we suffocate to death. Ah, there we go. Now, we need to craft a terraformation screen, a blueprint screen, a tier 1 heater, and a veggie tube. So, we need a terraformation screen, iron, cobalt, silicon. We need a blueprint screen, iron and silicon. And don't really need that, but we do need the veggie tube, so iron, ice, and magnesium. So we need lots and lots of resources. So let's go gathering a whole heap of this stuff. There we go. We may as well open this bad boy. There we go. Look at all that stuff we need. And let's leave that behind, and we'll grab a bit more iron. So let's go make ourselves, because we got the veggie tube? We do. But that needs to be put inside. So let's go chuck that in. And then I want to go for a little walk and get ourselves something a little bit better than what we start with. Because we need to chuck a seed in. And you only get a lerma seed. So we'll chuck it in for now, just so we've got it going. As you can see, it's producing oxygen now. About 0.15 ppq. So we definitely need to get something a little bit better than that, and it's hiding just over there. But we might need to... let's get a couple more wind turbines. What can we craft the screen? Let's craft the screen first, so we got that bit of information hiding just there. It's fine. And we don't have enough... Need silicon. Oh, look at that. Meteor shower coming down. Now, they aren't fatal most of the time, but they can kill you and hit you. Oh, tier 2 oxygen tank. Gotta love that. The higher your terraformation index goes, the higher or the more items you unlock. So, very good tier progression system they've got going in this game. Ooh, smashing down everywhere. Oh, smashing. Alrighty, let's go chuck this little screen down. There we go. And, because we're using things that have got more power, we'll have to chuck a few more of these bad boys in. There we go. So, there is our blueprint screen. So this is what we're going to unlock. So once we get to 300 Ti, we'll unlock the next stage backpack. Once we get to 2.5 KTI, we'll unlock another backpack, and as you can see, we'll get solar panels and indoor ladders and heaters and all this good stuff all the way up until a rocket to get us off this planet. Alrighty. So, we do need a tier 1 heater, but that can wait a few minutes, because I'm going to venture over there. And while on our way, I'm going to grab 3 bits of iron, 1 bit of silicon, and 2 titanium. And that will be able to build us a little outpost over there. It's always good to take enough resources to build a little outpost wherever you go. That way, it pretty much eliminates the death by suffocation. Alright. So, I'll travel a little bit further, and then we'll chuck it down. And that'll give us a little waypoint. Oh, inventory's full. So let's chuck down the living compartment right about there. There we go. So we can get in. And we are safe and sound. We are going to run out of water soon though. So was it this hill or was it that hill? Pretty sure it's this hill. There it is. Nice little surprise we've got waiting over there. Of course I didn't bring any water with me. Why would I? That would involve being smart. But these golden crates have these guys in it. So as you can see, oxygen multiplier 600%. And it does give me a bit of aluminium and some super alloy. So we better run all the way back as quick as we can and get some water out of our little pod. And we also need to make a crafter. Pick up another bit of ice. Nope, never mind. Another shower. Wow. This planet hates me by the look of it. Shouldn't take us too long to get back though, because we're not stopping for resources on the way. There we go. So we should get back in no time at all. These meteors do bring resources down with it. Help restock the planet. What? Easily missing us. Alright, so let's get ourselves a drink of water. There we go. And we did have the tier 2 oxygen tank, so we need a bit of cobalt. But first, let's swap this bad boy out. So you can see it's doing 0.15. Let's see if can we make another one. We can. We may as well while we've got to take advantage of it. So it's 0.15 for the other one, and this one is 0.9. So 600% increase to our oxygen level there. So there we go. It's going up nicely now. So that's definitely a lot better. Our pressure is increasing, so our terraformation index is going rather well. But we do need to get ourselves a little bit of heat generation as well. And let's eat a little bit of tucker. And we don't need the super alloy or the spaceship, the jingy, or the uranium. We don't need 2 of those, so we'll put that back. We'll craft another bottle of water. We'll take the food, and we just need 3 bits of iron. And a silicon. Oh, tier 2 backpack. Let's get those instead. Get the better oxygen tank. That might help us out. There we go. Then we'll go on our little mission to find some stuff to make our heaters. So, let's have a look what we've got in here. They're the tier 1 stuff. We need the tier 2 thing. Iron, of course it is. Pretty sure there was still some left in this one. Otherwise, I'm going to forget everything. There was a piece in there. A bit more cobalt. Let's steal that. We will need the fabric, but not right now. So we can hold off on that for a second. And that should give us the tier 2 crafter. We can put it just there. And this will give us the tier 2 backpack. So we just need a piece of silicon. Oh, look at that. 2 silicon, 2 magnesium, and we've got both of them. Alright, where's our silicon? Come on. Come on, you can't hide forever. Where are you? I will hunt you down. We appear to be terrible at finding silicon. There's a piece. Where's them all? There we go. And just in case we need more stuff. Inventory's full. That's alright. We'll head on over and get our upgraded stuff, and then we'll make a quick dash just over the hill. We'll find some good stuffs hiding over there. Alrighty. So that should give us our tier 2 backpack now. As you can see, we've got that extra row. And this should give us our tier 2 oxygen. So we're going from 145, boom, up to 200. And we do have our tier 1 exoskeleton we can make now, but we won't need that just yet. But we will get it to put our torch on. But let's head on up the hill. What have we got in here? So we need 2 more iron, 2 titanium, and a silicon. We can see what we need already. And an iron, and a silicon, and we just need 1 more titanium. There we go. And what do we got in here? Oh, a microchip. Excellent. We'll take the water, and we'll leave that for now. Actually, can we take... We can't. Let's drink the water. Boom. There we go. Now we can build 2 little outposts. So we can build one just at the top of the hill and then one right where we need to be. As you can see, it's visually it's a beautiful game. But I do believe that's where we're going next. So let's chuck a compartment down. Let's chuck a compartment down. Let's put it over this side so it's at least jumpable. There we go. And that should let us craft another one just around the corner where that dust has fallen. And we'll find some iridium. Grab a few bits of that and take it back. And that will let us start building a few heaters. Actually, I might put a couple of heaters in here. Save ourselves the travel all the way back. Because thankfully, power is universal. Ooh, dark and mysterious cave. Let's chuck this bad boy right on top. And what do we need for the heaters? Iron and silicon and the iridium. So, I guess we can grab a few bits of that while we're here. There should be lots of cool stuff hiding in this cave. There's a little bit of aluminium. We may as well grab that. More iridium. More iridium. Alright. It's just silicon we're hunting down now. Don't want to stray too far. We don't have a massive amount of oxygen to stay out too long. But silicon would be very handy right about now, planet. It would be. There we go. And another bit of iron. Another bit of silicon. Alrighty, that should get us a few heaters. And have we got any more iron just sitting around here? That would be handy. That would be very handy, game. Just a couple bits of iron. Thank you. Because now I can chuck another turbine down to make sure we got power. Yeah, better jump back in the pod before we die of suffocation. Alright, let's chuck a few of these down. And we need more iron. Okay. Iron is the desired mineral. There's got to be plenty of it around. Look at that. There's one right there. Another meteor shower. Place just wants to kill me. Don't really need the titanium. Don't know why I'm getting it. Just want iron. Oh well, we'll chuck another heater down and then we'll head back to our little area. Of course it would. There we go. All fixed. Right, now what do we need for the progress screen? We need to get it unlocked. Well, that's handy. Ooh, solar panel. And we need iron, cobalt, and silicon. Make sure we get some cobalt and some silicon on our way down. And hopefully we can find some more iron scattered about. We can start dotting a few of these solar panels around, and that'll give us a good supply of power. There we go. These guys produce 6.5, whereas the wind turbines are 1.2. There we go, a bit more iron. So here's what the meteors drop. And then you can just sometimes go in and just pick items up like that. Just easy. Alright, where's our little hut? Over there. Inventory's full. Of course it is. Do I have enough for another one? I do. But that can go there. Here we go. Alrighty. Now we're cooking with gas. Like substances. More silicon. We still haven't unlocked that, but let's grab a little bit more silicon. We need iron more than anything. And cobalt. Let's grab that and that. Grab. Yep, we got it. Cool. Alright. A little bit more iron. Let's eat that and take another one. We're not that thirsty yet. We may as well leave it for a bit longer. We can do some more drills. How close are we to getting a tier 2 drill though? Anyway, we've found a blueprint, so let's unlock it and we get, ooh, tier 1 agility boots. Make us run a lot faster. For that, we need another bit of aluminium and 2 fabric. We only found 1 fabric in that crate there, so we'll need to find another one, but we know where the aluminium is at least. It's up in that cave. So that's good enough. And let's have a look where we find another drill. That's a tier 3 drill. Tier 2 drill is if we get 1.2, and we're at 0.5, so a little bit further to go. But I reckon if we grab another couple of drills, we'll increase that a lot faster. So let's chuck one down, and it was just easy, wasn't it? There we go. Perfect. Wasn't anything else in here we needed, was there? We may as well make that and throw it on. So we take off that, chuck that on. Now we can chuck that back on. Now, how do we make the torch? Just 2 magnesium. I think we can handle that pretty easily. You can see one there and one over there. There we go. And there we go. So I want to take a run up that hill. We've got a water bottle. We need some oxygen. So let's go get a couple of cobalt. There we go. Now, what was in there? Just a magnesium and 1 fabric, which we can take with us now. Iron. Titanium. What else we got? More iron. That's good. And another titanium, another silicon. And we need another piece of iron on our way up there. Let's go grab ourselves. There's the iron. Go get ourselves the oxygen bottle from the 2 cobalt. And then we can head up the hill there and go and pay a visit to a good little friend up there. Oh, that's right. You can actually deconstruct that for a free piece of iron. Yeah, we'll go and pay a beating to the ship up there. Alrighty. And oxygen. And let's chuck a chest down so we can unload a few bits and pieces. And what are we going to throw in? We're going to throw in that. We don't need to take that. We need 3 iron. So we can get rid of 2. We need 2 titanium and 1 silicon. Get rid of that. We can get rid of the ice. And we can get rid of the fabric. Right. Let's get out of here. We'll head up the top. And see what we can find hiding amongst the wreckage. Yep, the hydration level is low. You are correct. Really? You're making me go around this hill. Come on, you can get up there. I missed my agility boots. We need another piece of fabric and we can have them. Come on, you can get there. There we go. Skyrim'd our way up the hillside by jumping. Alright, now I don't think there was anything hiding around here we needed, but... We have another piece of iron anywhere. We can use it to make a chest when we build our little hut. There we go. We can place it just outside of this. More living compartments equals more places to stop off and get a breath of fresh air. And we may as well drink our water bottle while we're here. Now we can head on in and see what goodies await us in this wreck. Ooh, spooky. The fabric we need, the aluminium we need, there's a bit of space food, another lerma seed, eggplant seeds we don't need just yet, so I'm going to leave them here. We'll definitely need them, but not right now. And we have a tier 1 heater. So I'm going to deconstruct that. Oh, another microchip. Lovely. We'll deconstruct that. Now that should be everything on this side. Perfect. Now I don't think we can build the heater in here. No. That's alright. We can build it straight outside. That's no dramas. Which might do that now before we go too deep. That way it gets rid of some of the resources and we get some air back into us. So got the resources for free. We may as well build it. There we go. Then let's delve back into the depths of hell. Well, just this spaceship. It's not really hell yet. Deconstruct the bar. Hurry up, get out of my way. We can go that way or that way. Let's go this way. We can get, oh, some more seeds. So, take a couple of bits of fabric. We'll take the water. Don't think we need the iridium just yet. What have we got in here? Aluminium I'll take, because that's a bit rarer than the other guys. And before we go too far again, I'm just going to jump out and dump all this stuff out there again. And then we'll pick and choose what we can take home with us. We'll chuck that in a chest. Oh, an indoor ladder. Perfect. Let's chuck that, all that, that, that. 2 of those. Oh, tier 2 veggie tube. Sweet. So that's going to produce a lot more oxygen. So it'd be good to get our hands on some more plants to boost our oxygen production right up. Tier 3 backpack. Oh, gods be praised. No, we'll leave that one, and then we'll check out what this chest was. Oh, 200%. We'll take that. And we'll take another one of them. We know there's some food there, which we can come back for. There is spacesuits in there, but not fussed on the spacesuits. Leave that for now. Oh, another microchip. Gotta love them. Give us new and exciting stuff. And uranium I will take. Another water bottle. Yeah. Alright, now, there is... Oh, there we go, a bit more iron. Now that is a tier 2 heater, which I don't believe we can make just yet. We can't, so we could get the materials out of it, or we could leave it and come back to it in a little bit when we do have the ability to make one. Another chip. Let's drop a piece of iron and take that with us. I want all these seeds. Should be another microchip. Yep, there we go. We will eat the oxygen. 250. Let's eat the food. Alright, let's go and make ourselves a nice heap and helping of these veggie tubes and get our oxygen boosted right up. Now, what do we need for tier 2? We need 2 ice. I think we can accommodate that. after I make another chest in here and dump a few bits and pieces out. We can do that, that, and that. So what did we need for it? It was iron and silicon. So let's dump those in for just... No, actually, let's go back down the bottom and take this stuff with us. And take that with us. We'll dump it down the bottom and we'll make ourselves the veggie tubes while we're there. And we can get the ice from around our camp. Or we'll just get it on the way. But once we're down there, we can decode those microchips. And then grab some ice, make the tier 2 veggie tubes, and get rid of the tier 1. Hey, there we go. So there is plenty of ice still scattered around the area for now, until we heat the planet up too much. And then all the ice disappears, as it usually does on a hot planet. Alrighty. And let's decode the microchip so we get a mining speed, a compass, and tier 2 agility boots. So, we didn't bring the fabric down. Under, you're a twit. Oh, you're a twit. Tier 2 drill. Just needs 2 titanium, so we can get rid of one of them and put a tier 2 down. And it's going to produce a lot more. So 0.02 pressure versus 1.5. So a lot better. But what else was we going to do? The tier 2 veggie tube. Let's go get another 3 bits of ice and we can make 2 more tubes. And then we can get rid of the tier 1s after that and store the ice. Oh, we might leave them for just now. Might have to make another little hidey hut shortly. Or take a hike to one of our other ones and put some veggie tubes in there so we're not so cramped. Alrighty. And magnesium, really? Thought I had enough. There we go. Let's chuck that bad boy right there for now. We can chuck one of those in, but I am going to swap out 150 into that one and put the big bad boy into this one. There we go. Now we're producing a lot more. Now we should be going up a lot. Perfect. Alrighty, so we've got our tier 3 backpack as well. That is titanium and silicon. We've got enough aluminium. Just need a piece of titanium. Where are you, titanium? Right there. Booyah. There we go. We've got our next tier of backpack. So what do we go for? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 4. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, perfect. We do need to craft the progress screen. When do we unlock it? Oh, we got the tier 2 heater. Perfect. We unlock it at 2.0 NK heat. So nanokelvin? So we're getting there. We just unlocked the tier 2 heater, so we can go up the top again and then deconstruct the one inside, bring it out and put it in the shelter. So we might go and do that. Got water. Let's get another oxygen. There we go. Now let's head on up the top. We need to make this. Just iron and silicon. Let's grab that and we can just make the tier 2 boots up the top. Sorry, not tier 2, just the agility boots. If we can find the silicon. Skyrim our way back up the hill again. It just works. Come on, come on, come on! There we go. Alright, finally. And there'll be no silicon up here, you watch. None at all. Barren landscape. Oh, I spotted some. Excuse you. I'll have that. Thank you. Really? Hopefully the agility boots help with that. Because I missed my jetpack. Alright, let's jump in there. Let's craft ourselves the crafting station. And we needed one more piece of aluminium and the 2 fabric. We need to go in and get more aluminium. There was none in there. But there was some around here, I thought. Yes, perfect. Alright, I'll go and make them and then we'll finish getting into the ship. There's not much left of it. Actually. Oh, I thought that's where the heater was. Alright, let's go put that bad boy together out in our little hut. And that'll give us a nice boost to the heat index. So we need to reach 175,000 Terraformation index. And we're currently 6.5 KTI. So we're getting there. That should give us a nice boost, that one. And then our tier 1 agility boots. Oh yeah! Alrighty, what does the tier 2 needed? It just needed 2 super alloy and 2 more fabric. Pretty sure we got that down at the base. So, let's run. Oh, that's nicer. Actually, before we run all the way back, there was one thing I wanted to check out the back of this ship. Ta-da! Another crate. Don't think we need these rods just yet, but they will definitely come in handy at some stage, so we'll know there's a couple in there. But we'll definitely be using that. Didn't bring one up here, cool. Can we make one up here? Alright, we'll just swap one of the seeds out down there. Oh yeah, tier 3 oxygen. That'll help us survive a lot longer out in these harsh climes. Alright buddy, just one more piece. I just want one more piece. There we go. Alright, if we chuck that on at the end. Or apparently on the side. Should be able to get in around that. Just need to pop that off. that there. And we need that. So 1 iron, 2 silicon. Can we make our boots? Yes, we can. Alright, where's our silicon? Not in there. Alright, this should give us what we need for the progress screen. There we go. Now if we take that out and deconstruct it. No, I just... and put that back here. You come out of there, and you get deconstructed. You come out of there, and you get deconstructed. Right. Now we can put the 2 2s down. Why do you look horrible? Let's get you out of there and put you back down properly. Right. Now you both get the 2 600s. Now what was that one? That's a 250. That's better. What were you? You're a 150. That's a 200. So that's better. There. Alright, now we got the maximum oxygen out of the seeds we have. Perfect. And let's also pick you up and move you over just into the corner for now. And unlock the chip we found. Ah, tier 2 mining speed. Alrighty, well, I think that is going to finish off this episode. We've got a fair bit accomplished. We're up to 11 KTI, almost 12. So we're pushing it pretty quick. About a quarter of the way to where we need to be to get blue skies. So next episode we'll look for a good permanent base location, and we'll start pumping out some tier 2 drills and heaters, and generally just getting as fast as we can with as much resources as we can, and boosting our Terraformation index up to unlock all the cool stuff. So if you've liked it, hit that like button. If you've really liked it, hit that subscribe button so you can see more content from me in the future. And until next time, toodles.